राधे राधे. Hello बच्चों, welcome to Twin Minds Education, where expert teachers help you build strong concepts with complete clarity. This side Chinar, I will help you improve English here on this channel. Remember that drop by drop the ocean fills, which means बूंद बूंद से सागर भरता है. और वही बूंद एक आज हम बूंद को डिस्कस करने जा रहे हैं, that is errors. Especially class 10th and 12th students, you very well know that scoring marks in language subjects, especially English as well as in Hindi, is not a very tough job. But at the same time, we know that scoring marks in English, for example, 80 on 80, is nearly to impossible. But as we know that the possible word hides itself in the word impossible. So through this channel, I will try my best to take that possible word to great heights out of the word impossible. So in today's video, we'll be starting with a very minute but an essential topic, that is errors, which means in Hindi, galti. Error means galti. Any one mistake which has been deliberately given to you in each of the sentences. It will be given to you in two forms. Either you will be getting one sentence and you need to spot the error. You will be given a short paragraph in which you have to spot the errors first, and then you need to find the correct correction for it. So what's the method? Alright, let's start with this video. So now for example, imagine that this is a magical staircase and you need to climb this staircase. But what will I get when I climb this staircase? I will get the answers to my errors. The errors which are given to you in the question. Now, we very well know that errors means a mistake. A mistake, it could be mistakes which you could find in your sentences. Now, how to solve these errors? हम इन गलतियों को कैसे सुधारें? और अगर ये गलती हमें मिल गई, see, we have two steps. Our first step is the identification of errors. First, identify what kind of error is there in the sentence. Once you have identified, our next step is to find the correction. You need to be very clear with these two things. In short, you can remember it as IF. That is, first identify the errors, and once you are very clear and you are very sure that this is the error, then you need to find the correction. But how do I find that what is the error? How will my mind work? Because you know, when you go and you have to take your exam on that very day, because I have already passed from that stage, so I could tell you that those 3 hours are actually the golden hours of your life. And through this, remember this, that this is not at all an impossible task. Okay, so let us come back. So this magical staircase, how I have to climb it? Now my first staircase depicts the word tenses. Now what does it mean? Now for example, I have been given a sentence and I need to spot the error. So what all concepts or what all terms I will search in order to find the error in the sentence. So first and foremost, I'll be looking for the tenses. As we all know that we have three types of tenses, that is past, present and future. And then we have their subforms, like for example, you have simple past, or you may call it as indefinite tense. Then you have continuous, then you have perfect, and you have perfect continuous. That's a secondary task. First, my task is to look upon tenses. So first I have to look for the tenses. If I don't find the error in tenses, then I will move to the verb forms. We very well know that we have three verb forms in English: V1, V2 and V3. For example, a very basic example, go, went, gone. Right? Once I have looked for the tenses and there is no error, then I move to the second staircase, which denotes the word verb. Now, for example, if my entire sentence is in, for example, past tense, but the verb's first form has been given in the sentence, therein I'll catch that I have to climb the second staircase and I have to shift my error to correction from go to went. Now, if I don't find the error in verb, then my third staircase will be modals. And we very well know we have a long list of modals. I hope you already know that we have a number of modals in grammar. For example, can, could, shall, should, will, would, may, might, and so on. So you need to check the usage of modals. Then, if not modals, let us climb a bit further. Articles, this is the easiest one. Alright, that is to find the error in the article. So I'll climb the next staircase with articles, which is very easy, right? Then if I don't find error in articles, I look for either prepositions or conjunctions. Alright? And even if I don't find errors in prepositions or conjunctions, I'll step to the next one, which is determiners. So in a nutshell, I have to be clear with all these minimum six staircases, and mark my point. If you are clear with these six staircases, you will definitely spot the error. It's not a kind of an impossible task. It seems to be. Why? Because when we look over to the sentence, we look it in a hurry. Or if we are reading a small paragraph and the question is that there is an error in each of the sentences, find the error and supply the correction. So I don't look for these as a student. I just hurry up, it's a rapid fire. I just read the sentence and I start looking for the errors. I have to look for the errors in the form of either tenses, verbs or modals, articles, prepositions or conjunctions or determiners. If I am clear with these staircases, you will never ever fall. Otherwise, if you'll keep, reading the sentences in a hurry, definitely it's my guarantee that instead of going up, you will make a downfall, which we don't have to. So remember these things. First step is to identify the error. So whensoever you are practicing this very topic, that is spotting the errors, or you are ready to take these questions in your exams, you need to be very thorough with these certain pointers. First, see, we have a shortcut to everything in life, especially when you are going to take your language exams. Because the paper is so lengthy that you need to have that rapid fire, a kind of a rapid fire, question answer round with the paper itself. Once you have translated the sentence in your mind, then you have to focus on the subject, the doer, the one who is actually performing certain task or doing some work. And then last but not the least, as I always say, that you need to follow the magical staircase. And remember and mark my point today, that once you follow all these 3 pointers, you will definitely be able to crack any sentence which have any of the errors. But for this, you have to follow one good saying, that is, practice makes a man perfect. Though we have shortcut for this, but to reach or to learn that shortcut, you need to practice a lot, because after all, it's grammar. It demands practice. Alright, so let's move to some practice questions and let's see whether we are able to apply that magical staircase here and find the error followed by the correction. Okay, so my first sentence is, I am working in this office for 5 years. If I translate this English sentence to Hindi, it means मैं एक ऑफिस में काम कर रही हूँ 5 साल के लिए. Okay, but because I have used present continuous here, it means कि मैं 5 साल से इस ऑफिस में काम कर रही हूँ. It means I have to jump to one of the staircases which displayed preposition or conjunction. It means there is an error. This is fine. I am working in this office since 5 years. Means मैं इस ऑफिस में काम कर रही हूँ 5 साल से. Alright? Okay, let us move forward. Either of the two boys live in Delhi. So because I have told you that you need to first translate the sentence from English to Hindi, it means दोनों में से एक लड़का दिल्ली में रहता है. Okay? दोनों में से एक, because either means that only कि दोनों में से एक. Okay. Either of the two boys live in Delhi. Now how should I find the error? दोनों में से एक लड़का रहता है ना, it means verb में error है. Because अगर दोनों में से एक ही लड़का रहता है तो एक के साथ accordingly it should be either of the two boys lives in Delhi. दोनों में से एक लड़का दिल्ली रहता है. It means there is an error in the verb form. Then our next sentence is none of the candidates are eligible to appear in this exam. Strange strategy. None of the candidates. कोई भी कैंडिडेट इस एग्जाम के लिए एलिजिबल नहीं है. None of the candidates are eligible means कि eligibility criteria जो है कोई भी कैंडिडेट यहाँ फॉलो नहीं कर रहा. इसका मतलब कोई भी नहीं, nobody, एक भी नहीं. None of the candidates. वर्ब में, हेल्पिंग वर्ब में भी गलती हो सकती है. वर्ब की कोई भी फॉर्म्स हो, हेल्पिंग वर्ब्स हो, ट्रांसिटिव वर्ब्स हो, इंट्रांसिटिव वर्ब्स हो एंड सो ऑन, गलती हो सकती है. सो नन ऑफ द कैंडिडेट्स is eligible to appear in this exam. So the error is the helping verb. क्यों? यहाँ पे R का हमने is क्यों किया? None of the candidates. कोई भी कैंडिडेट इस एग्जाम के लिए एलिजिबल नहीं है. कोई भी नहीं ना, बहुत सारों की बात नहीं हो रही है. We are talking about nobody means कोई भी नहीं. It means कोई भी नहीं मतलब we are counting each and every candidate as a singular one. So therefore with singular we know very well that the verb is used. So like this way if you'll start attempting your error correction, mark my point, you will never ever fail or leave the question undone in your exam. So let's have a quick recap of whatsoever we have learned in this video. First of all, we have learned what is error, right? Then we have actually learned the steps of identifying. First you need to identify and then find the correction. The third step is to follow the magical staircase. Remember this, English is all about magic. Your task is only to explore and experience that magic as much as you can. I hope that through this video you have actually found the answers of a very minute yet a bit complex topic, that is spotting the errors and finding the correction. So there's a worksheet followed by the video. Before we end the video, I would like to tell you that honesty is the best policy. Be honest with yourself, solve all the questions very carefully, and we shall meet in the next video very soon. Radhe Radhe.